Good morning, Atomians. Welcome to Ariul Marikina Aja Center Catching Success Online. I am Julian Tabiano, Diamond Master from Ariul Marikina Aja Center, and I am your host for today. As we start here in Atomy, it is our culture to begin and end every event by reciting our company motto. Ready, position, please. Yup, company motto, go. Cherish the spirit, create the vision. Follow the faith, serve in humility. Aja, Aja. Share, tag, interact, and win. Just follow these mechanics to win a prize. Number 1, share this live seminar on your Facebook wall and tag 10 of your Facebook friends. And number 2, comment your takeaways from our lectures to get a chance to win our promo for today. And number 3, comment Aja in the beginning and ending of our seminar. Now let's start our seminar by watching the short company profile of Atomy.
The company that has remained steadfast and kept the right principles. The company headed toward the world with the right principles. The company that grows with its customers and shares generously. We are Atomy. Atomy, which has been growing ever since its establishment in 2009, achieved 2.2 trillion Korean won in global sales in 2002 and surpassed 15 million global members. Atomy's #1 goal of going beyond customer satisfaction to customer success continues to be its top priority to this day. Providing good quality products at reasonable prices, Atomy's competitiveness lies in the nature of distribution. The absolute quality and absolute price product philosophy that Atomy has practiced since its inception is included in all of its products such as health functional foods, beauty, living, food, fashion, home appliances, and more. Atomy Hemohim surpassed 2 trillion Korean won in cumulative sales, ranked #1 in domestic health functional food exports. It has gotten international patents in 21 countries and is forging a unique new path for health functional food products. Absolute Skincare, which has become one of the best-selling cosmetics in the industry with sales of 100 billion Korean won every year since its launch. Absolute Skincare received King Sejong Award from the Korean Intellectual Property Office in 2021 for the first time in the cosmetics industry and was selected as world-class product for next generation selected by Ministry of Trade, Industry and Energy in 2022. The Fame, another luxury cosmetic product reborn with upgraded ingredients and technology, is also loved by consumers as it reflects Atomy's product philosophy. Atomy practices customer-centered management in all its business activities, and such efforts were recognized by the acquisition of Customer-Centered Management Certification for 2 consecutive years, which is a unique accomplishment in the industry. Starting with the U.S. branch in 2010, Atomy is a global company which opened 25 branches in Asia, South America, Oceania, Europe, etc., with 15 million members worldwide. It opened branches in Brazil, Mongolia, and Uzbekistan in 2022. And starting with Germany in 2023, it is planning to open 20 branches within the next 5 years. Atomy's GSGS strategy, which stands for Global Sourcing Global Sales, allows the supply of products that align with the absolute quality and absolute price philosophy through Atomy's global sales network. Atomy's success system, in which the company runs all seminars, allows any member to succeed regardless of individual ability. This is the driving force behind Atomy's distinctive growth. The next generation of online and offline distribution broadcasters, which presents Atomy's vision to members around the world regardless of time and space. Entertainment and media, which converges business and culture. Atomy provides the vision of a global success system, which transcends time and space by providing a variety of services. For our partner companies to pay the utmost attention to quality, Atomy provides various support measures for partnering companies such as cash payment within 1 week from delivery, interest-free operating fund loans, and joint quality management systems, among others. These create a culture of accompanied growth. Sharing is a mission that all companies must fulfill. Atomy's executives, employees, partnering companies, and members all practice sharing together to improve the lives of all members of society. Wherever sharing is needed around the world, global branches will be united to support happiness for all. The company that holds true to its principles while creating a new distribution culture. The company expanding globally with the trust of people around the world. The company that dreams of customer success while moving beyond customer satisfaction. The company that cherishes the spirit. We are proud.
Now you know Atomy is not just an ordinary company. It cherishes what it has, so we are sure that its members are all taken care of. Please continue to comment your takeaways on our live chat in order to get a chance to win our promo for today. Moving forward, we will be watching Chairman Mr. Park Han-gil lecture.
COVID-19 really needs to go away quickly. Whether it goes away or not, we still have to do what we have to do. Atomy is a company that began with the declaration that it will rewrite the history of network marketing. The fact that Atomy has rewritten the history of network marketing is now widely recognized. One of the things that Atomy has rewritten in the history of network marketing is that the products make the business. We really drilled down and found that selling a good product at a low price is the best way to do network marketing. We would be competing with completely different distribution channels, such as discount stores, TV home shopping, and internet shopping malls, and we would win against them in price and quality. People don't buy things at discount stores because they give out compensation. People make repeated purchases at discount stores because they have daily necessities at a relatively good price and quality. Network marketing, well, it can be the same way. We resolved to show them that, and that is how we began. And now, everyone knows that Atomy products are cheap and good. Even people that don't do business here are saying that Atomy products are cheap and nice. Another thing that we rewrote into history was as a company that reached $1 billion in sales 10 years after its founding. And not even 3 years after reaching $1 billion, this global company is already passing its $2 billion mark in sales. Atomy has established itself as a truly global company. It became a company that now has more international sales than it does domestic. Even now, international sales are rapidly growing. It's growing with great speed. with more than 40% growth per year. Last year, when the world seemed to stop because of the COVID-19 pandemic, Atomy branched out to 5 new countries. Our catchphrase for last year was that we must go on even if it is windy. And we declared that the stronger the wind, the higher the kite flies. And we have done exactly that. In other words, Atomy has definitely rewritten the history of network marketing. We have come up with a new catchphrase for 2022. Renewed day by day. Every day is new at Atomy. Renewed day by day. We are new. We have made history anew. However, we must not stop there. We have to be renewed every day. Yesterday's Atomy should be different from today's Atomy, and today's Atomy must be different from tomorrow's Atomy. Of course, the fundamental principles, such as absolute quality, should remain the same, without any change. However, when situations arise, such as the COVID-19 pandemic, we are a company that challenges itself consistently to battle the hardships and find new ways. We are now confident, both internally and externally, that Atomy is a company that does not yield to any adversity, but a company that grows bigger by using each adversity, using it as a stepping stone for development. That is the Atomy DNA. And I am confident that Atomy has become a company that will last for a century. What do you think is the biggest reason that Atomy has done so well? The absolute quality, absolute price principle we stood on was the driving force of Atomy's growth and has become a catchphrase that can never be changed. Atomy selects products that are sure to be manufactured with the best technology. If anyone were to do their very best work, they would be at Atomy standards. And no one would be able to sell that product at the price that we can. They would trip over themselves trying to catch up with us. This is how we achieve absolute price. You have to realize that we don't make cheap products to sell them cheap. If you tell me that you found a place that it sells it for cheaper, well, then I'd get frustrated. For example, someone told me that they've seen 20-cent toothbrushes. I know that there are 20-cent toothbrushes, but those would be for emergency, one-time uses. You might be able to find one that sells for 20 cents. However, there is no toothbrush you can find for 99 cents that you could use consistently. We prioritized quality first, and then we decided that we would sell that at the lowest price. Discount stores sold toothbrushes from the same factory as ours at $2.20. Sometimes they would do bundle sales like buy 2, get 1 free, and their lowest price was at $1.60. I wanted to make toothbrushes that everybody could use, and I wanted to sell them for less than $1. That's how we got 99-cent toothbrushes. I still remember the CEO of the factory saying, you can't make toothbrushes that cheap. And I told him that I would sell 10 million of these toothbrushes. When I told him, he scoffed at me again. You think toothbrushes sell well, but there's never been an instance where a single model sold that well. But I told him that I could sell it. And Atomy now sells over 30 million toothbrushes per year. Lowering the price of a mere toothbrush isn't done just by cutting the price. We improved the whole process. I declared that we would not change the design of the toothbrush Why would we keep changing the design when our mouths don't change? I wouldn't change the design until our mouths changed first. That way, we could make the exact same product continuously for 10 years, then 20 years. Why not make it completely automatic and build it so that there can be a 24-hour, fully robotic manufacturing process? Would that lower the cost or not? The cost would go down. Then, I told them to buy raw materials in ton bags instead of just bags. After that, I told them that I would pay for the materials up front with cash. That cut 20% of the raw material costs, right? We went through all of these cost cuts to match the low price of the toothbrush. This means that no one can manufacture the toothbrush and sell it for 99 cents. It is the product of absolute quality, absolute price. Same goes for Hemohim. Before Hemohim was sold at Atomy, it was sold at another company. But they would sell 60 sticks for $770. They should have made tons of profit, but their factory was in debt. I visited Colmar B&H, and I talked to them. They were selling 500 boxes per month. When producing a single round of products, they produced 3,000 sets. If 3,000 sets were produced at once, they would sell them for 6 months. That means that they would run the factory twice per year. With sales like this, the factory would not be profitable. Even if they sold it for $7,700 instead of $770, there was zero chance of success. Then I suggested a price. I suggested selling this for a tenth of its original price. But I would sell 100,000 sets per month. The company would 100% go bankrupt if it sold 500 boxes per month for $770. The possibility that we could sell 100,000 sets per month at a tenth of the price was not 100% either. Of course not. I told them that there was maybe a 1% probability that it would happen. Would you take the path that is 100% likely to fail, or the path with even just a 1% chance of success? I asked them that, and they understood me. So we started lowering the price. We couldn't lower it all at once. We made a box with 30 sticks and cut its price to a quarter. After that, we started large-scale production, and we put 60 sticks in the box for the same price, which is how many we put in now. Now, we are selling it for almost a tenth of the price of the original. Now, we're selling way more than 200,000 boxes per month. And it is taking its place as the premier health food of not just Korea, but of the entire world. Atomy sought out absolute quality, absolute price from the beginning. It is still following that principle, and it will continue to do so in the future. When you start business with Atomy, I think it's good to start with a plan to make $50,000, then $100,000 per month. However, people tend to think differently. They think, $50,000? I'd be perfectly happy with just $5,000. I've never even made $5,000. How can I make $50,000 every month? Earning $100,000 a month? Is that even possible? They think this way and lower their targets. However, I think that it's because they don't know money very well. The rich people that know the nature of money don't like to talk about the nature of money. Because if there's one thing that the rich are scared of most, it's that everyone in the world would become rich. However, I am a kind rich person, so I want to tell you all some things about money. Everyone, is it easier to earn a lot of money or a little bit? A regular person would think that earning a lot of money is much harder. But let's think about this. The CEO of a department store, the owner of a big supermarket in the city, or an elderly lady that runs a mom and pop store, who would be working the hardest to earn money out of those three? The elderly lady running the mom and pop shop that earns the least but works the hardest. I mean to say that someone that earns $10,000 per month doesn't work nearly as hard as a person that earns $1,000 per month. There are people that make $100,000 per month. There are also people that make $1 million per month. The people that make big money say that nothing is as easy as making money. Then what should you do? Should you make big money or less money? You have to think about making big money. I know I'm being over the top. Just bear with me. Yeah. But this is actually the truth. You have to think to earn a lot of money. People think that making $3,000 to $7,000 per month is a good income, and too many people are crowded right there. There's so much competition. However, not as many people think about positions that earn $50,000 or $100,000 per month. There's less competition. The higher your target, the better. Another thing to consider is the possibility of making that target. For example, you wouldn't say that you will make $100,000 per month if you're running a small mom and pop store. There is a limit to the amount of money you can make there. Take a restaurant with 20 seats. Even if you run the restaurant at full capacity each meal, there's a limit to sales, and there's a certain amount of profit that you can earn. However, Atomy business is not only limited to domestic, but branches out all over the world. So you can definitely make $50,000 or $100,000. You have to set your targets high. Many people, however, would be satisfied with less. They would be happy with $2,000 or $5,000. Sure, you can start like that. However, your final thought should be that you will make $50,000, then $100,000. For some people, Atomy business is nothing. Some people say, the easiest thing I have ever done was the Atomy business. And there are quite a few people in Atomy that say this. Imperial Master Kwang-Yel Kim, he has gone through many jobs and professions, but he said that the Atomy business was the easiest. The Atomy business might be a piece of cake for someone, but very difficult for somebody else. There's a reason for its difficulty. It's not difficult because it's hard. It's just the unfamiliarity that is difficult. Never done before. It can be difficult to start something that you have never done. However, that can be overcome. Recommending someone to buy a product can be very hard for first-timers. It's really easy once you open your mouth. Have you used Atomy products? Do you know Atomy? Atomy products, with absolute quality, absolute price, are great products for a cheap price. These are daily necessities, and you can buy them from me. You can make money off your purchases by signing up for membership. You can tell someone this can be done just by memorizing a short speech. Is this hard? Doing this well could earn you $50,000, then $100,000. It's not difficult, but you might find it hard if you're not familiar with it. Many people complain that sales jobs are hard. There was a day that I was enlightened. I was also a beginner once, you know. When I was a contractor, I met up with 10 people every day. Whether it be talking about the products, the compensation process, or the company vision, I would talk to 10 people per day, no matter what. Then I would walk confidently, 120 steps per minute with 70-centimeter wide steps. This was because walking slowly, like this, would lower my spirits as well. I gave myself rules of behavior. And I decided for myself that I wouldn't sleep if I didn't talk to 10 people that day. One day, it was past 11 p.m., near midnight, and I'd only gotten to 9 people. And I thought to myself, I guess I have to sleep outside today if I want to keep the promise I made to myself. Meanwhile, there was a friend on my mind. This friend had a pretty cranky personality. I debated whether to even talk to him. I knew I had to do it sooner or later, but I'd always put it aside because I thought that there was no point. However, that night, I had nowhere else to go and I called him at 11 p.m. Even though he's a cranky person, he was still a close friend, so I could call him. So I went to his neighborhood and I called him. I asked, "Are you asleep?" He said he wasn't. "I'm sitting on the swings at the playground in front of your apartment." "What's wrong?" he asked. And I just told him to come out, and he did. I couldn't even get to the topic at first, and we were just talking for 30 minutes when he asked why I called him up at that time. So I told him that I started this network marketing business. And I told him that I wanted to try at least talking to him. He asked, "Did you really start that? How did you make that decision?" I answered, "I can see a big future for it. I read it in a book." He replied, "That's good. What do you sell?" So I rummaged through my bag, got out a product, presented it to him, and told him, "Tell your wife to try using this." And he told me that he would pay me the next day. That's when I realized something. You can't control whether people do something or not. Someone that you thought you could definitely convince didn't budge, while someone you never dreamed of convincing was actually more willing. That's when I became enlightened. Convincing people to do things was not something that I had to worry about. It was all up to the other person's own mind, so I call that law of own mind. Yeah. After I realized the law of own mind, I decided not to think about how the other person would react if I talked to them. It's all their own mind, but whose mind is it to tell that person? That would be mine. If you all do business according to the law of own mind, anyone can succeed. This simple principle is nothing difficult, but some people might find it very hard. To overcome that hardship, you must have a big target. There are people that contemplate, should I wreck my nerves just to earn $2,000 a month? However, what if you could earn $50,000 or $100,000 per month? Help out your family and help those in need around you. You could be that person. You could be respected. No one at your reunion would dare open their wallets in front of you. When I go to reunions and someone offers to pay, someone else says, "Hey, Hangil is here. He won't let us pay, so sit down." You could get to a position where when you meet your friends, no one would dare try to pay for you. Also, you might see people in need, family, friends, and relatives. You might want to help them out in times of hardship and pain. You would be able to do more than sending condolences and goodwill. You could help them out in reality. You could give $30,000 to a nephew or niece getting married. I mean, if you earn $100,000 every month, shouldn't you spare $30,000 for your nephew? You could even give them $100,000. It's not hard. What would your position be like then at your household? You become the best aunts and the best uncles. You could be the foundation of your entire family. In these times where retirement might seem like a dark cave, you could get to a place where you have a stable plan for retirement and become someone respected by their children and grandchildren. When you think of all that, going up to a person, talking to them, and sometimes getting rejected is nothing in the grand scheme of things. That's why you must set high targets. You must give yourself targets like $50,000 or $100,000 per month, and it makes you happy just to picture achieving those targets in your head, and that would make you want to do this for the rest of your life. Only then can you overcome all the hardships that you face. The first thing you must do when researching a company is to research and decide, if you were to buy a product once, would you buy it again and use it continuously or not? You have to start by deciding that. Buy the product and use it. If you try it, and you feel that it's less in quality or price than the products you used to buy at internet shopping malls or at discount stores, then don't do the Atomy business. It'll be hard for you. You can't do it. However, if you feel that Atomy products are so much cheaper and better than the products you were using before, and if you are willing to keep on using Atomy products, even if you didn't earn any money from it, then you should do the Atomy business. Where do you think retired people, the older generation, go every day? They hike up mountains nearby, but hiking can get tiring. It gets boring. There are so many people right now that want to work, even if they were earning just $1,000 or $500. They're willing to work for even just a small income. If we could provide jobs for that demographic of people, Atomy would have billions of dollars of potential sale growth domestically. And there are those in their 20s and 30s. There aren't many good job opportunities on the market nowadays. Large corporations aren't hiring. That means that little by little, Atomy will take the spotlight as a company with job opportunities that are desirable by young adults. There are instances where young adults in their 30s are making $30,000 per month, while their friends are just making $3,000. These success stories are attracting more and more people in the younger generation to consider Atomy and its potential. This market is destined to grow infinitely. We are preparing to open our office in Brazil and in Germany as well. Europe is a huge market, and we are stepping inside of it. Atomy products have quality on par with European products. Everyone, cosmetic products from Korea are directly comparable to European cosmetics. Did you know that we were the first in the cosmetics industry to receive the King Sejong Award? There have been instances of products receiving the Jangyeongsil Industrial Research Award. Our product has gotten that award as well. The companies that are paving the way for Korean beauty have received the Jangyeongsil Award. But Atomy's Absolute Cosmetics is the first to receive the King Sejong Award. K-Beauty will take over the global market, and Atomy is leading the charge. You must not miss this opportunity. Catch the wave and ride it. Then your lives will be changed. Out of all the job opportunities available for us regular people, Atomy business is a business with the potential for high profits. I encourage you to learn more deeply about Atomy. Don't just skim through it, but take your time and watch our videos on YouTube, day or night. If you go through that process of learning and decide that it's not the way for you, then don't do it. Don't learn about it half-heartedly, start it half-heartedly, and then end it half-heartedly. Look into it, study it. And once you put one step forward from the starting line, I hope that you don't lose your way, avoid the distractions, and run towards that 50K, then 100K target. That's all for today. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Mr. Park Handil, for that lecture. And now let's watch Sharon Rose Master Israel Kim as he shares his Atomy vision.
My name is Israel Kim, Sharon Rose Master from San Diego Global Center. I call myself Forever Oppa. It is a great honor and privilege to be able to share Atomy journey with you. I call this my Atomy, my future, because Atomy is my future. So a little bit about me. I'm currently working at Raytheon Technologies as a subcontract manager, and I am also serving in the Air Force Reserve as a captain. I am a center lead at San Diego Global Center, and lastly, I'm a nail salon owner. I have a lot going on, yes, but my passion resides with Atomy. Why? Because again, it is my future, and there's no other system like Atomy. So today, I would love to go over why Atomy has been the #1 priority for the last couple of years. Atomy is a company that uses network marketing and MLM platform to do their business. So what makes Atomy different from other MLMs and network marketing companies? First of all, when you think about doing the business, what comes to your mind? Lots of money that you need to invest, right? So Atomy does not have any capital that you need to invest. So free membership, no monthly fee, so no fees. Whereas compared to other network marketing companies that I've seen, there were so many fees that I had to pay. Another thing that really attracted me about Atomy was unlimited level. Other network marketing companies will have a cutoff line, so it doesn't matter how many members, consumers you have under you. However, Atomy has unlimited level marketing system as well as global one marketing. If you truly understand this concept, it will make you so excited because how many people are there around the world? Many of them. So you have many opportunities to expand your business. If you don't know too many people in the United States, maybe you just moved here. Guess what? If you moved here from Canada or any European countries, you can have a member in your country that where you're from. So you have so much opportunity with this company, whereas other companies that I've seen didn't have that opportunity. So Atomy is kind of like online shopping mall. So you don't have to think it too hard. However, whereas other online shopping mall will not give you anything back, Atomy has point value, PV we call, for every product that you purchase. Atomy has 3 different groups of PVs where you can accumulate points. First, your personal PV, and your left group PV, your right group PV. So one of my leaders told me, look at your legs, and you have your left leg and right leg. And that's how exactly it is. It's pretty simple, right? And it has unlimited group PV accumulations and savings. Many of the network marketing companies, people cannot make money because every month their points wipe out. However, Atomy, the points do not wipe out until when? Until you get paid. Isn't that pretty cool? And Atomy has what's called general commission, which takes the top highest percentage, which is 44% of the PVs. So you can see as soon as you become an agent with a personal PV of 300,000 PVs, and you can accumulate the members on your left group PV to 300,000 and your right group PV to 300,000, guess what? You just got your first paycheck, $60 plus or minus. And then next, so forth is special agent at 700,000 PVs, personal PVs, and left group and right group 700,000, 700,000. Then you get higher paycheck. Pretty cool, right? And we talked about unlimited level and global. So it is definitely possible, okay? And Atomy, if you see this chart, I'm not gonna spend too much time on it, but it pays people at the bottom more than people at the top. Other network marketing companies focuses on people at the top, and they take up all the money. So how do people at the bottom make money then, right? However, what about Atomy? It is such a righteous compensation plan, and I thank CEO Hangyo Park for this because everyone can have an equal opportunity to make money with Atomy because what's called income ceiling. Pretty cool. So Atomy's compensation, which is 35% of its revenues, and it takes up 70% of the PVs, is divided into general commission, which is the highest, like I explained earlier, mastership bonus, center education support, and promotional bonus, which I'll explain. Mastership bonus is pretty awesome. And on top of the general commission, if you can meet the goal, we do what's called challenge from the 1st through the 15th or 16th through the end of the month. And again, look at this chart. CEO Hangyo Park is so thoughtful to the members that are just beginning with this career or business. So he designed 50% of the whole mastership bonus to only to sales master, which is the people that are kind of starting out, right? And mastership bonus and mastership goes from sales masters all the way to imperial master. And starting from diamond master, you will be working with your partners to achieve the mastership. Promotional gift gifts are so amazing. When I first became a sales master and received a fame set, Himo and evening care set, I was able to give them to my parents, and they loved them. So from there, all the way up to, have you seen some of the videos where Seo Hangyo Park drives a forklift? He will deliver $1 million cash when you become an Imperial Master, and you will have your own office, which is pretty cool. So, okay, I explained a little bit about the compensation plan, but what drew me into Atomy? And again, I have a lot going on, right? I'm a corporate America guy. I'm serving in the Air Force. I have my own nail salon business. But what is it that really makes Atomy so exciting for me? Okay, so you all heard fourth industrial revolution, right? So what's happening? Automation, right? All the robots are going to replace a lot of jobs. And many of you probably know the Seoul National University, which is one of the elite universities in Korea, projected that by 2090, very, very selective of people in this world will have the majority of the wealth. So most of us will be at the bottom, just fighting for survival. So today's society is changing. Many people are aging. There's not enough jobs. Lifestyle is changing. And economic growth is very unstable. And inflation and things like COVID happens, right? The world can be divided from pre-COVID to post-COVID. Everything has changed. Everything has slowed down. I'm a supply chain manager. That's what I do for my profession. And right now, there's so much shortage of the materials that we cannot build enough cars, we cannot build enough airplanes, we cannot build enough of things, even the constructions. So we have to be really ready. And one of the statistics shows that the average household income in America is around $5,000. And that's people working active income. They have to go to work every day physically, and do their skill set continue to get better and better as they age? Or do they decline? It declines. You can only do so much, especially when you start aging. So people, even after retiring around 65, they have to get a second job. But what about people that are wealthy? They have what's called system generating income. And that's what I found in Atomy, system generating income, or we also call it passive income. And with that, those assets continue to grow without you having to be there physically. And that was amazing for me. And Robert Kiyosaki and Jim Rohn are one of the most famous investors around the world. And I read a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. And then he explained a lot about system generating income. And a lot of us are in for instant gratification. But he said you need to build a system that will pay you in the long run. Don't look for the short change right now. Don't look to live paycheck to paycheck. But look for a system that you can build that will pay you the rest of your life. It is like this, right? On average of women in Africa walk about 3 to 4 miles a day just to get water for the day, for the family. Do they have to keep drawing water from the well? Yes, because if they don't, then they're not going to have water for that day. Doesn't that sound like our lives? We go to work every day and just live paycheck to paycheck. However, what about Atomy? You're building the pipeline with your partners and your sponsors. And once the pipeline is built, guess what? You're not only watering your own family, you are providing waters to the whole neighborhood. And that is truly what's called residual income. And I realized I did not want to trade my time for money. So why Atomy again, right? There are many things that we can do, businesses. So Atomy, 10 years ago, started from a little van that was their kind of like warehouse, and they didn't have a proper office like they do today, and they just started with 17 members. But what about today? Seo Hangyo Park, I'm so proud of him. He's such a visionary. It is so important to have an amazing leader because that leader will determine whether the company becomes successful or not. He has been nominated as a top 100 CEOs in Korea. And they're not only comparing network marketing companies, they're comparing him to other CEOs from large corporations. And Atomy continues to strive because they also have been nominated one of the best companies to work for, right? in Asia. And for the past 10, 11 years, Atomy has never went down in volume. They have continued to increase in revenues and continue to launch in more countries. And guess what? There are a lot of startup companies in America, right? Silicon Valley, there's many companies that are starting out and they do really well for the first 4 or 5 years. But I have not seen any company that continue to grow for more than 10 years. So I want you to really think about the growth of Atomy. It is incredible. And what about the financial health of the company? It's always growing A. And Atomy does a cash payment to our suppliers within just 1 week. And Atomy operates only with cash instead of borrowing money from the bank. And we have an amazing partnership with Comar Beauty and Health, right? Very credible company is behind our back, making products for us. And what about profit sharing? So Atomy, compared to other network marketing, not even network marketing companies, even online shopping malls, have you received any cash back from any of these online companies? Have not, right? I have not. Maybe you get a little bit of points from the credit card you use, but they never sent me $60 check or $2,000 a month, needless to say. So Atomy is all you're doing is changing the shopping mall from where you were shopping before to Atomy. And Atomy, it is not so hard to convince people to try them because of what's called absolute quality and absolute price. One of the reasons why many people fail with other network marketing company is, yeah, they have a pretty good product, but their prices are so high, along with the auto ship, right? But Atomy's absolute quality and absolute price enables us to continue to have our auto consumers. And Atomy has what's called razor management. In 2010, Atomy spent about 36% of its revenue or money into buying products. You all know that Atomy doesn't make any product, right? And the reason is because if we are making products, then we cannot stay competitive on all the products that we are making. So we sign contract with the suppliers that are best at making toothbrush, best at making shampoo. And that is why our products are so amazing. So compared to 2010, in 2019, Atomy spent 46% on buying products. So does that mean the product quality went up? Absolutely. So our product quality continued to go up. However, what happened to the operating expense? It went down from 15% roughly down to roughly 12%. So that is called razor management. We are becoming more efficient and more effective. And Atomy, there seems to be their least concern is their profit. Every company needs to profit to operate. But look at the statistic. Their profit was a little below 10%. So they really want to make the quality product the best. They still want to compensate us. They want to run the company most efficiently and effectively. And that's how they're launching so fast in many of the European countries right now. And we are also in global market. We have a large global footprint right now all over the world. And I'm so excited about hearing of all the successful stories in Europe already after shortly launching not too long ago. And what about China and many of the other countries that we just launched, right? And how many more countries are we going to launch? That's so exciting to hear. So we have what's called GSGS strategy, global sourcing, global sales. So we get products from all over the world as long as they're really good. And we have what's called culture of sharing. We always share what we earn. And my motto is also to earn more, to give more. And we have what's called 3-generation inheritance. And as we saw, we are living in a very uncertain world right now. And I want to build a system so that my kids don't have to worry so much. So when I looked at the pictures of very successful people, what really motivated me was the fact that they weren't super powered human beings. They weren't supermen. They were normal people. And often even they say they weren't as educated. They weren't as successful. They had a lot of credit card debts running around without hope. But they were so hungry to succeed, and they did. So if they can, why can't we, right? And through paying the price, we will have financial freedom, time freedom, and we will be able to have great friends because we will be able to give more. And here, my journey with Atomy I want to show you how I grew my business with Atomy. So originally, I wanted to become a K-pop singer. And you all know that that industry is so competitive. So guess what? I was not successful. And I was searching for a balanced life, which I could not. I was working for corporate America, and it was just so demanding that I didn't have time for anything, especially being with my children. I couldn't play with them as much as I wanted to. However, William James said something really well. If you can change your mind, you can change your life. So I wanted to change my mind to find something and build something, a system that can pay me the rest of my life. And here shows a little bit of my achievement. I decided to really do this business in January 2020 when I moved down to West Coast from East Coast. And then people say, what was your happiest moment in the Atomy career? And many people think that I'm going to say, oh yeah, when I became a Sharon Ross master. But that's not true. My happiest moment was when my partner became an auto sales master. That was the happiest moment because why? Atomy's success is determined or depends on the success of your partners, right? So when I moved from Boston to San Diego, I didn't know anybody. So guess what I did? I shared with everybody that I ran across, even at the restaurant. So the way I was able to build San Diego Global Center here after a year and a half of moving here without knowing anybody, because I started one conversation with this Vietnamese lady at a restaurant. And she introduced me to so many people. So now I have a center here. So that is a true success story for me, that I was able to and willing to share Atomy with everyone that I saw. And I follow 8 steps to success. And it starts with dreaming. What is your goal? I wrote a life scenario and I realized the power of life scenario because everything started coming true. And you know what? Surprisingly, even faster. I didn't expect to become a Sharon Ross master this year, but I did. So everything started becoming even more pulled in than actually pushing out because I was really focusing and also following the 8 steps to success and doing 8 core every day. That was so important. And as a lot of leaders always make recommendations to us. And I turned risk into opportunity when pandemic happened. I installed Zoom right away and I started paying for $15 a month to have not having to restart the meeting every 45 minutes, right? So there was a little investment, but guess what? It went really far. I was able to build consumers and I was able to show the plan through the Zoom. I was able to follow up through that. And then I didn't take no for an answer. I just kept asking. And guess what? I started having partners, leaders that were duplicating. And then they were even better. Most of my partners are even better than me at introducing products, better than me at doing marketing plan. So maybe they will be the one that's doing the vision speech next. And I'm very excited to see that. And another important thing many of us forget is company motto. We really need to remember it because it is our DNA. It is our culture. Cherishing the spirit means we don't use people as our gains. Creating the vision, we need to have a vision through life scenario. What do we want to achieve in our life? And having the faith, follow the faith. What does having faith mean? It's something that you cannot see, right? So just because there's a wall right in front of you doesn't mean you stop. You keep going because you have faith that you can do it. God can help you. And serving in humility, our leaders, our CEO himself is such a humble leader. So why not follow him? And that's the way we can become successful with this career as well. And having a wonderful relationship with your sponsor, to them, listen and listen. And to your partner, serve, support, and sacrifice. That will determine whether you make $60 a month or $100,000 a month. Which one do you want, right? So I already know the end of the year 2022, my goal is to become a member of Leaders Club. And also I want to achieve Star Master. However, what is my ultimate goal? Is to become an Imperial Master. And I'm going to do it with my partners because without them, I cannot do anything. And with my sponsors, I'm going to do it with them. I'm going to support them so that they can move up. I will move up and I will also pull my partners up. And my goal right now is April 10th, even to the day, right? 2030 to become an Imperial Master. I want to leave with 2 final thoughts. Whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. So which one do you want to think, right? And if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. Enjoy the ride. Why don't you have fun, right? I have so much fun. When I visited Boston not too long ago, I had so much fun, eating, interacting with my partners. and doing facial mask and making fun of each other. It was pretty cool. Atomy 10, 11 years ago started with just a small office, but look at it now. It is a global company which no one can laugh at it anymore, and will continue to grow. So I wish all of you to dream big and go with Atomy. And as we finish this year, I just want to say God bless you and God bless your family, and everything you hope and pray for in 2022 may come true. Again, my name is Israel, Sharon Ross Master from San Diego Global Center. It was a nice and honor to introduce my vision with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sharon Rose Master Israel Kim, for that inspiring lecture. Before we end, please be reminded of these announcements. Morning meeting from Monday to Wednesday at 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. and Catching Success online every Tuesday at 2 p.m. live via YouTube channel of Atomy Ariul Marikina Aja Aja Center. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Atomy Ariul Marikina Aja Aja Center and click the notification bell. As we end, let us remind ourselves of the principle we uphold here in Atomy by reciting our company motto. Ready, position, please. Yup, company motto, go. Cherish the spirit, create the vision. Follow the faith, serve in humility. Aja, aja, aja.